back to the episode 3 of KamUSta Nars. In this episode, we will have Sheila and she will share with us her hashtag American Dream Journey. So tara, let's watch this.
My name is Emily Santos. So I am the Education and Client Relations Specialist of Health Carousel Philippines. So, kamusta ka na, Sheila? How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm good. Perfect.
Oh, that's
Thank
good to know.
you.
Anong oras ang duty mo?
Depends. I work in home health. So, kung normally 9 to 4, mga
Mhm.
ganong oras.
9
Five,
a.m. to 4 p.m.
kalimitan.
Tapos, ang schooling mo, anong schedule mo sa school?
Um, Sunday, 2 p.m., Monday, 6 p.m., Thursday, 6 p.m.
Oh, wow. 6 p.m. until what time? 9?
2 hours.
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Yeah.
Okay. Ikaw lang ba ang nag-aral ng master's degree or meron ka pang ibang mga kasama sa work?
Ay, sa work wala. Pero mga classmates marami-rami naman. All
Ah,
over.
mhm. May Pinoy din.
Wala pa ako nakikita eh.
Wala pa. Anong university ka nag-aaral?
Sa
Saan university?
Simmons University.
Okay, that's good. All right. So, again, maraming salamat sa pagpunta mo or pag-attend mo sa aming session for today. So, Sheila, when did you arrive in the US? How long have you been in the US?
Since Feb 19, 2019. Turning
Ah,
to, turning to on February.
oh,
February 19, 2018. 2019. Turning to on February.
okay. Wow. So almost 2 years na kasi more than 1 year na, no? In 2 months time, magto 2 years ka na. Wow,
Mhm.
time flies, no?
Opo.
So, magbalik tanaw tayo nung 2018 nung pumunta ka ng US, Sheila. So, can you share with us what happened during your arrival? So, ano yung experience mo and na-meet mo ba yung expectations mo nung dumating ka sa US?
Definitely. I would say I met the expectations. Although my dad was here, so natuwa naman ako sa support ng health carousel noon because initially the room was reserved for me and my husband. And then I told the health carousel that, oh, my dad will be meeting us too. From Texas, he's flying to Oregon. So they said, oh, it's all right. Parang isama mo na rin si daddy mo. So sinama sa accommodation.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing that was met is yung andun si Chris. Chris was, I think, the handler or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if my dad was not here, it would have been hard if Chris was not there. So it was a good thing that Chris was there to like accommodate us, welcomed us here, arrange everything next day. The next day, I mean next morning. So it was good. It was what
Oh.
I expected. Yeah.
Buti naman. Maraming
Mhm.
salamat at na-appreciate mo. So, February ka dumating ng 2018. So, what was the weather like? So, where are you in the States pala?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Weather, winter.
Oh, winter. Mm-hmm.
I would say -4 degrees sa Celsius yung time na dumating kami. So, kasi may transition from California. Kasi yung flights, di ba, from California, Philippines, California, tas Oregon So yung paglamig niya talagang sobrang lamig niya. But I checked it. It's very important to check it before. Kahit nasa Pilipinas ka palang tingnan mo na para may iba eh.
Oo, exactly. Ibang-iba yung weather, yung transition ng katawan mo dun sa weather. So hindi ka ba nag-migraine?
No, not at all. Kasi we were ready. We bought some from the Philippines, yung mga jacket, some of it, but not a lot kasi it's cheaper here. So when we got here, nag-shopping na lang.
At least you came in well prepared, right? So bago ka pumunta, you check the weather, kung ano yung weather na dadatnan mo sa Oregon, and then nagdala ka na ng mga dapat mong gamitin para at least hindi ka ginawin, just to keep you warm, right? So, Raisa, do you have any questions for Sheila?
So, given that, ano yung advice mo, Sheila, to our candidates deploying? Ano yung mga kailangan ba nilang dalin?
Hmm.
Yeah, and prepare as well before
But
deploying.
regardless of what state they are going into, I would say weather number one. Kasi sobrang iba. Kahit sa California pa sila the best weather in America,
Mhm.
malamig sa it's different. Weather, money. Aside from what Passport USA Health Carousel will give them, they should always be prepared. Lalo na kung may kasamang dependent. Kasi you
Mhm.
would not everybody has relatives here, so it's really hard.
Mhm.
Money and then apparently car. So sana, I would say na sana before they get here, may kakilala o wala, kung ano man yung offer ng healthcare, so like what they offered me na ginagamit ko until now, sana settled sila doon, mainly.
Mm.
So weather, car, finances, and mental stability.
Mhm.
Na rin na sila umalis.
That's true. Mental stability is very important. So, Sheila, before going to the States ba, have you had opportunity to work in other countries or sa Philippines lang?
No, Philippines lang talaga.
Mhm. Okay. And kasi 'di ba sa Pilipinas marami tayong opportunity aside from the US. So, what made you decide to choose US instead of other countries?
Ah, aside from the families, kasi di ba halos kalimitan naman nasa Amerika eh. Bukod doon,
Mm.
it's a long-term goal eh. I would say as I have friends in UK, Australia, Canada, all of them either studied first or like they don't have an immigrant visa. Yes, they
Mhm.
would go quickly, as in the moment they took the IELTS, they pass it, they will get the visa, they will leave in UK. But what's the plan? It's not an
Mhm.
immigrant visa, it's a working visa. Whereas
Mhm.
in US, you would wait for about what, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years. But ang ending point is immigrant visa kada moment you land eh. So it's
Mhm.
like long-term goal eh. That's why I chose this place. Kasi parang mas stable siya para sa akin. Personal
Mhm.
opinion ko yun.
Yes, yes, and I agree with you. So, Sheila, how long did you wait? No, or how long was the process for you to before you get there to the US?
Hmm. From the time na naging compliant ako dun sa IELTS, I can say that. That was 2016, I took the IELTS.
Mhm.
2019, nakaalis ako. Feb. So,
Mhm.
3 years.
Oh, that's good. Pero during those times na naghihintay ka, syempre alam mo yon, somehow meron kang feeling na parang you wanted to let go and apply for other countries while waiting. Have you had that thought? O
Yeah,
talagang nakafocus ka sa US?
focused, but there was a time, I think si Raisa na yung ano ko nun eh. It was so slow. Kasi every month, it was like moving, 10 days, 3 days, 10 months. Sobrang atrasado. So I applied for Abu Dhabi just for the heck na meron akong NCLEX, parang in-endorse lang yung license.
Mhm.
But then again, kahit na-approve na yun, parang sabi ko, hindi. Kasi parang punta ka doon. Paano pag na-approve? Saan ka?
Mhm.
Babalik ka ba? Okay lang ba na? So naghintay na lang din.
Mm. Mm. That's a good choice. And that's a good decision, I mean. And when you went to the US, so syempre, 'di ba, lagi namin sinasabi during I believe sinabi yun ni Raisa sa iyo during the I-140 orientation na one of the skills that you need to learn is to drive. So nung pumunta ka ba sa US, have you had your driver's license already and did you get a car already or did you borrow a car from your father?
No, we were supposed to get from my dad. Kaso he's in Texas, so it's gonna be hard to like buy here. So I applied for the dealership that Raisa gave me the options. She gave me
Mhm.
two options. It's either one from family member or one from MIT or something like that.
Mhm.
So I took advantage of that. And then yes, mataas yung interest compare. May mga marinig sila na, mataas yung interest from Passport USA or Helcas, blah, blah. Yes, it is. Kasi bakit? Wala kaming credit eh. But
Mhm.
like now, after a year nagpa-refinance kami, bumaba naman. So,
Mhm.
it pays.
It
And yes,
pays.
you should be able to drive. Kasi
Mhm.
hindi to pareho ng UK na, huwag kang yumuko, sorry yung husband ko dumating na. So, nakakatawa, umuko pa. So, dapat marunong kang mag-drive kasi walang public transport dito.
And how did you get your driver's license in the US? Tinulungan ka ba or did you apply for it all by yourself?
So, in-endorse na ako ni Raisa, pinabayaan na niya ako. Hindi, in-endorse na niya. IES dito, I did this. So, hanggang from day one hanggang sa license, binigyan na ako ng tutor, driving teacher na parang, contact this one, Sheila. It's your choice if you want to pay or not. So I went through that. Although I was driving in the Philippines for a long time, but it's different. Stop signs, rules, ibang-iba. So, kinuha ko yung in-offer na driver, na coach, tapos nag-take kami ng exam. File ka, exam. But you can use your Philippine license for the first few months. So.
Okay. For the first few months, not for a year. Okay. Siguro doon, depende sa states. And you were with your husband as well, right?
Yeah.
Nung pumunta ka. So, both of you applied for the driver's license. O ikaw lang?
Sabay kami. Exam. Tapos yun.
I see. And since you have your husband with you as well, ano yung preparation na ginawa ninyo? Siyempre, ikaw, you are expected to to work in the hospital, in the facility. What about your husband? Was he able to look for a job agad-agad, or what preparations did he made prior to leaving for US?
Same preparations as mine, like financial stuff and all that. Pero kasi hindi siya medical field So, sabi namin, let's see when we get there. Kasi hindi pa namin alam kung ano yung opportunities But when we got here, the moment he got his SSN, he was looking already for a job. The moment you get your SSN, you can apply. It was so easy. After niya mako SSN niya, give it a week, 3 na yung nag-email back sa kanya na ito yung trabaho mo, pili ka kung anong okay. So, okay naman.
Oh, that's good. So, nagdala rin siya ng mga credentials niya, like TOR, diploma.
I would highly advise, kahit hindi pa medical student, dalhin nila kasi opportunities, school, trabaho, pwede nilang ipasa yun.
Oh, I see. So magandang advice yan for those candidates na merong spouse, 'di ba, na hindi rin na tatrabaho sa hospital. At least they can prepare kung ano yung mga kailangan nilang dalhin and going to the US. So maganda 'yon. So once they have their SSSN already, so madali na makakuha ng trabaho. Oh, that's good. Raisa, do you have any questions?
Sheila, how about yung pagkuha ng apartment? How was the experience, and ano yung mga rental costs na pinrepair nyo on getting one?
So, before we got here, I don't think if it was you or Liz, one of the IES gave me a list like four listings of apartments na malapit dun sa trabaho ko. Pero I would choose. Pero on discretion ko if I would choose what they gave me. And apparently, I chose what they gave me. Rates would be $1,200 up to $1,800, depending on the bedroom size and location. So apparently, binigay nilang listing sa akin, maganda, nasa safe naman. Yun yung titingnan nila. Safe ba? And yung money. Siyempre, magpe-prepare sila at least 1,000. Kasi pagdating mo palang tatanungin ka, payslip mo, paycheck mo, supervisor signature, and then kaya mo ba magbayad. So, yung pang down payment, 1 month advance, 1 month deposit. Same sa atin, parang ganun din. So, prepare sila ng para doon.
Because of those, syempre may mga gastos ka, what kind of advice can you give to those candidates who are aspiring to go to the US in terms of financial?
Save. When you get here, you would see that everything is cheap. Steaks you can eat anytime. Unlike sa atin na it's for special occasions. It's when you get a big salary. Here, you can eat it anytime, but you have to save. You can buy any TV that you want. You can buy any size. You would be excited, but save until you are already earning consistently and continuously. You have to save because you don't know, especially now it's COVID. When they get here, they don't know what's open, what's not, what are the opportunities. So I would say save whatever health carousel will give them. Like I think my stipend na 1,000 or something like that nung time ko. Pero whatever you will give them, they have to save it. So ano man ang ipon nila, isave nila. Bago yung ikot, bago yung tour, bago yung saya.
Oh, you're talking about saving. So are you saying na pagdating nila sa US, hindi muna sila pupunta sa what do you call this? Sa mga department store to buy sa mga sales? Wala mo nang ganon?
What they need, like ako, binili namin yung winter clothes lang. Hindi yung shopping na hindi pa naman season, mamimili ka na ng mga pabango na Kung ano yung
Oo.
kailangan. Kasi like ako, wala akong trabaho pagdating ko dito. Alam ni Raisa or Nilis, parang when I got here, I had to wait for my license to be endorsed. Kasi Oregon is not under the compact state. So it had to be endorsed. I waited 1.5 months. Glad si Liz, yung IES ko dito, they provided money as well. Like another support. Na ano naman sa sweldo yun. Pero at least may support na. What if wala? What if wala akong kasama? We have to.
Yes. So talagang kailangan essential lang muna yung bibilhin, ano? Hanggang sa maging financially stable na. Okay. So you mentioned about your work. Okay. So how did you prepare for your first day at work? Ano yung adjustment na ginawa mo on your first day?
Culture.
Mhm.
Siyempre, unang-una yung linipatan kong trabaho dito is way different from what I had. I used to work in the ER, but when I got here, I'm in home health. It's not hospital, it's like anything. But culture and then, sasabihin ko siguro adjustment is, wag mong dalhin yun na alam mo sa Pilipinas. I mean, dalhin mo pero wag mong i-apply kasi iba sila. You have to be open. Kahit alam mo na yung sasabihin nila, kahit alam mo na hindi, may experience na ako eh. You have to listen to them because it's different here. Their techniques are different, their knowledge, whatever they have, their practice is way different. Pero i-incorporate mo lang. Huwag mong open-minded ka dapat pagdating mo. Alam mo yan, pag first day mo pa lang, tanggapin mo, makinig ka. Yun.
Nahirapan ka ba rin mag-adjust sa culture? I mean, syempre, going to the US, very diverse, right? So, how did you adjust with the culture and diversity?
I would say, siguro yung pagiging, ewan ko ha, pero sa akin, confidence na lang. Kasi number one, ang barrier nyo is in language. Kahit marunong ka magsalita ng English, it's different. Kasi sa kanila, marami silang mga terms na syempre hindi mo maintindihan. And you have to ask. For you to adjust, you have to ask. That's my personal opinion on that. Kasi if you don't understand, if you don't know, you have to ask. You ask them. You research, then you ask. Huwag ka mamarunong, yun nasasabihin ko.
Tama, wag magmarunong, laging magtanong. Okay. And you also mentioned, Sheila, that before nandito ka sa Pilipinas, you were in the ER, tama?
ER.
You are an ER nurse. And then eventually nang nasa US ka, you are in home health. So can you give us some ideas lang? Ano ba yung work ng isang nurse sa home health and what is basically a home health for those nurses na hindi masyadong familiar with home health?
Home health. So, dito usong-uso yun. So, yung mga patient na na-discharge sa hospitals or kahit nagpa-check up lang sa doktor nila, sabihin ng doktor, I'm not comfortable discharging you in the home without an evaluation. So, magbibigay ng referral sa home health. Kami mga nurses, pupuntahan yun, i-admit mo sila sa home. So, meaning by admission, like ako, mag-a-admit ako, aalagaan mo sila sa bahay. Ikaw magme-maintain. Kung kailangan nila ng blood draw every week, ikaw magkukuhan. May wounds sila, ikaw ang magba-manage ng wounds, i-dress mo twice a week, ikaw ang magagawa ng plan of care sa bahay. Anything that can be done in the home. Why? Kasi if they have to go to the clinic every day, if they have to come back to the hospital every day, it's very expensive. That's why we trust everything in the home. Yun yung home health na tinatawag. And then you drive around, you go to places, minimum 3 patients, maximum is 7, depending on your load. Pero I would say na it's rewarding.
Since nga home health, so it's a different setting. Hindi siya acute care setting nga. So paano yung orientation? May orientation bang ginawa upon your arrival and how long it is?
1 month lang yung orientation namin. 1 month and then ang orientation 1 month and then magsha-shadow ka with your senior staff, sama ka sa kanila sa home. Pero saglit. Kasi eventually, mapipick up mo din naman kung may experience ka. I'm not bragging about it, but I'm thankful na nagstay ako. There were moments that I was telling Raisa, ayoko na magtrabaho sa ospital sa Pilipinas. Why? Salary. But, come here without any clinical experience, I wouldn't say madali ang adjustment. I'm telling you, as early as now, hindi siya madali.
So, Sheila, would you advise? Of course, kasi minsan, 'di ba, ang experience ko is in ICU, you know, MS, pero there are times that we are selected in home health, right? So, would you advise also our nurses na to give it a try or to take this opportunity na mag-home health sila?
Oo naman. Alam mo, kung ano yung makuha nila, sasabihin ko na lang ganito. If they have a job offer, they got accepted, or like my placement or something like that, grab it. If you really want to leave the country and you want to learn and you want to start growing and earning money, you grab whatever's listed to you. Home health, yes. Why? Bago siya eh. Wala siya sa Pilipinas. You would learn the culture. You would learn how they are in the home. And you would learn to be independent. Because you will decide on your own when you're in the home. If the patient gets toxic, it's you who will decide. You're only on phone calls away from everybody. It's not like in the hospital, you have your doctors with you, you have your nurses beside you. In home, it's just you. It will build your confidence and how you speak to them.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, so parang independent nursing
oh,
ang
grabe.
practice mo sa home health, right? Uh-huh.
Totoo.
That's very nice. That's very nice. Alam mo, Sheila, we really appreciate your sharing with us those experiences, and especially when you talk about the home health. Kasi of
Mhm.
course, alam natin yun that many nurses are, you know, are not so familiar with the home health and quite you know, they are not yet really sure if they wanted to take the home health kasi minsan iniisip sila, I've been in the ICU for 5 years, you know, parang hindi ko forte yan. But with your tips and with your advice, so sana this will give an opportunity for them para maging open sila with other
Talaga,
opportunities.
napagod na sila sa Pilipinas. Like ako, nagtrabaho ako sa ER ng 5 taon, 1 year sa MS ward.
Mhm,
Pagod ka na. With home health, ikaw magsa-schedule ng pasyente mo the next day.
mhm,
Oras mo, kilos mo. Alam ko gusto mong makahinga ng onte. It's
uh-huh.
a good opportunity to learn. Dahil
Wow.
sa
Yes, thank you. Thank you for opening us with this new information about home health. You know, those are very helpful information. So before we end this session, Sheila, okay, so what other tips can you give to our candidates who are aspiring to achieve their American dream?
na. Nako, ang dami. Pero isa lang. Stick to your goal. Like, kung ito yung goal mo, whatever you do, whatever you decide on, whatever choices that they may make, kasi they might be frustrated, they might be sad, disappointed, but stick to your goal, do everything to become one step closer to your goal. Kahit ano pa yan. Kung gusto mo na parang 10 years pa yung US eh, mag-UK muna ako, but stick to your plan. Nandun yung mindset mo na kung US ka, you need to want it. Like really want it. And it's
Mhm.
worth
Wow, that's very
it.
nice. And
Mhm.
how can you describe your journey in the US in one word?
Challenging. Yun.
Well, all those information that you have given us, you know, malaki ang maitutulong yon para sa ating mga nurses na nandito. Yung gustong umalis, papuntang US, you know, patience is very important, just like what you have said. And this will give them an opportunity to have an open mind, you know, in getting other opportunities. Huwag mag-stick sa ICU or ER, 'di ba? If they really wanted to earn for a living, 'di ba? And if they wanted to go to the US, so they have to be open with other opportunities. So thank you for that. That's a very nice thought and
Yeah.
insights, Sheila. Okay, so again, Sheila, maraming salamat for
Thank you, Sheila.
taking your time with us.
So there you have it. And once again, we are honored and delighted to connect with our accomplished nurses. And to Sheila, thank you very much for sharing your inspiring hashtag American journey and your valuable tips during your transition in the US. And please tune in for the next episode of KamUSta Nars. Thank you.